Hello everyone, it's Wasim Jarrah with the Wasim Jarrah Real Estate Team and Keller Williams Realty Centers. In this very special episode, I have the honor of hosting our very own Member of Provincial Parliament and Minister for Environment and Climate Change, the Honourable Chris Ballard. Chris, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on your segment.
I appreciate you making the time in this frigid weather outside. I mean, I can't believe that the temperature yesterday actually dropped by. I mean, we were at a high of 9, and then we went down to 16. So that's like 25 degrees in one day.
Yeah. More than a little bit crazy, I'd say.
Absolutely. Chris, one of the things that we do on this show is that we try to give information to homeowners, about the market, what's happening out there, how can they benefit from government programs. And I know that your government has introduced the Green Ontario Fund.
Right.
What can you tell us about that?
Well, we launched the Green Ontario Fund back in August. With proceeds from our provincial cap and invest program. We're putting a price on carbon in Ontario, as you know. We're taking the proceeds from the carbon market. We're investing every penny of those proceeds into projects like our Green Ontario Fund, and specifically the one that I'm really excited to talk to you about today is the Green Ontario rebate program.
Okay, great. So let's just go into that. So how does this Green Ontario program work?
Well, the Green Ontario Green On rebate program is really set up to help homeowners right across Ontario save money and help fight climate change, because we've heard from people across the province that they want to do something to fight climate change, and of course we all like to save money on our energy costs.
Absolutely.
So in early December, my ministry introduced a program that has a number of really important rebate programs for homeowners across Ontario. For example, homeowners can get $7,200 off insulation in their attics and in their basement walls. You know, we need R60 in our attics, and that's about this much of the pink stuff. So if you don't have this much, you need to top that up, and we have up to $7,200 for insulation, up to $5,000 off rebates for high performance windows. So if you've got some old windows, if they're leaky, we can help you with a rebate on those up to $5,000. If you're looking to replace your heating system in your house, for example, we have rebates of up to $5,800 for air source heat pumps.
Okay.
And if you need a bigger system, up to $20,000 for ground source heat pumps.
Really, so the geothermal one.
The geothermal, the real high-tech things. And of course, $100 off for a smart thermostat. They're a really fantastic way of being able to take your smartphone and connect it to your heating and cooling system, do all the programming and monitor what's going on. And so we'll give you up to $100 off for that.
That's amazing. I know I've benefited from the smart thermostat. I got that and I noticed a drop in my energy bill because, a lot of the times we keep it at a certain temperature and we're out of the house for the whole day, and it didn't make sense. And I was just mentioning to you a bit earlier that I've booked a company to come and take a look at our windows. Even though my home is relatively new, it's under 20 years old, but I noticed that the windows need replacing, and on top of that, I actually had to call my brother who does installation in the area. So this is a shameless promo for him. But Jalal is coming out, and he's going to increase it to the R60 in my attic, and get that all done and apply to the government to the rebate. So how do people apply for this rebate? Like, where do they find the information?
It's a good question. Where people can go, it's very simple. greenon.ca. That's greenon.ca. Log in there. You just type in your postal code. And not only will the Green On rebate programs come up, there are other rebate programs out there. Some that the government is running with Enbridge, for example, for other additional rebates. But the ones I'm focusing on are the Green On rebate program. So go to greenon.ca, type in your postal code. You'll get all the information you need. You can even find local contractors who are registered. They've been screened. They're registered with us to do the work. And if I can, I'll put a shameless plug in for any renovators, any contractors in the area. Get registered with the Green On program so that your name shows up when people are looking for someone to do insulation, windows, heat pumps, etc. Get yourself registered, because we've got about $600 million over the next 4 years.
Wow.
That our government will be putting into these types of rebates. I want to make sure that as many small businesses right across Ontario can benefit from that.
Excellent. And I know this program is not limited to homeowners, but also small businesses,
Right.
renters, and low-income individuals.
Right.
You want to just expand a bit just on that?
Well, there are a number of things for small businesses and businesses when it comes to helping them save energy costs.
Okay.
We know that energy is one of the key drivers of costs for businesses. So there are programs through Green On that businesses, small and large, can apply to. We have a number of other programs through the Green Ontario Fund, this greenon.ca, that are looking at research and design, that are looking at implementing modern technologies to help businesses save energy and help us all fight climate change.
Absolutely. And one of the interesting things about climate change is that there was a report by 2050. They say that the average annual temperature will increase by 3.6 degrees, and the effects of climate change on everything that we do, whether it's our food production, infrastructure, and just everyday lifestyle.
Yeah, I try to remain a climate change optimist, and I look at the great things that our government is doing together with businesses to lower the amount of carbon dioxide pollution that we're putting into the air. It's one of the key drivers of climate change is carbon dioxide. So if you can reduce your energy usage, if you can reduce the amount of natural gas you're burning in your house, that's one way of reducing your carbon footprint, it's called, and helping to slow down the rate of change. We've been pretty fortunate here in Southern Ontario in terms of the effects of climate change, but we will see more flooding. We will see wilder fluctuations in weather, as we've seen over the past few days here, from 10 above to 25 below in just a few hours, that sort of thing happening. And it's going to have a real impact on our generation, but more importantly on our children and our grandchildren. And again, I remain a climate change optimist, but we all need to do more to make sure we reduce our carbon footprint, and we can do that by increasing the energy efficiency of our homes.
Excellent. Thank you very much for that. So just to sort of recap, this is very important for homeowners to look into it. Greenon.ca, that's greenon.ca. You go on the website, you find the contractor. What you do is that you if you want to change your windows, if you want to top up your insulation, if you need a geothermal system or a smart thermostat, and there's a bunch of other partners that the government has partnered up with to provide these rebates, go on there, improve the home efficiency of your home. And one of the questions that I always get, Chris, is that if I do all these improvements, will they add value to my home, right? and the thing that I tell them is that I don't see that any negative effects or any negative aspects of doing these improvements to your home. These improvements will definitely add value to your home. And what they will also do is, if someone is coming into a property and they're comparing between your property and another one, yours has brand new windows, has an updated heating system, has insulation at R60,
Absolutely.
They are more likely to look at that property than another property.
It reduces ownership cost, doesn't it? If
Absolutely.
you can reduce the cost to heat your house and air condition your house, then it reduces the cost of running that house. And that, in my mind, as a homeowner or someone looking to buy a house, is a competitive advantage.
Absolutely. I mean, with all the rising energy costs, I think that when you walk into that home, and like you said, we're saying that this home is costing you X amount of dollars to run it, it really works into the bottom line of that average homeowner.
Absolutely.
Chris, I really thank you for your time. I really appreciate you being here and being an advocate for climate change and environment and all the hard work that you do in our community.
Thanks for helping me spread the word.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
Appreciate it.